Hi, my name is Manuel Ramos. I am from Colombia, and I will talk about my portfolio. Mm, for building this portfolio, I have chosen materials, pictures, and photographies, and I talk about my career as a theater maker. Mm, I divided the portfolio in four parts. The first part is about four performances that I have in which I have participated. The second part is I want to talk about a beautiful experience that I had in puppet theater the last year in Bogota, Colombia. The third part is about one of my passions, that is the physical and vocal training for performers. And the last part are two texts that I have written in collaboration with someone else. Okay, we start with the first part. The first part, as I told you, talk about four performances. The first performance, it's a solo performance, and it's called Lazarillo de Tormes. I created this performance when I work with a Colombian company called Teatro de la Memoria. I was working in that performance as an actor, and the performance was directed by Juan Monsalve. After, in the same place, you can find another performance called Culpable. Culpable is the second performance that I did with my own company, Teatro Itinera, or Itinera Theater. We created this company 10 years ago. This performance, Culpable, it's a collective performance. It was done with actors and dancers, and it was also my first theater direction. And I am very proud of that performance. The third performance is my debut with my company called Itinera Teatro. It was a duet that I did in Denmark. The performance was directed by Else Marie Lovik, one of the Odin theatric actors, and I did with Julia Filippo, my principal theater colleague. There is another performance there called Antonia, and there is a puppetry performance for children. And all these performances are created under different circumstances, but they have a point of common. This point is the body. The body, because this is one of my interests, or I think the body is the possibility to create and narrate, creating metaphors and poetry, not just illustrate an idea. I work through some issue called actors dramaturgy. Actors dramaturgy is a technique from theater anthropology when the actor can create his or her own materials without following address from other person. So actors dramaturgy, it's good for actors that they believe that they can create things as an artist. Okay, the second part of this portfolio is this experience called the Battle of the Objects. The Battle of the Objects, it was an event in which I participated last year, 1 year ago in March, in Bogota, Colombia. It was a tournament, and the first step of this tournament, it was create teams with 4 people by lottery, 2 performers, one playwright and 1 director, and I participated as a playwright. After we created the team, we received 3 objects. We received a shirt, a pair of scissors, and a clock, and we had 3 days to create a performance, and at the end of these 3 days we had to present it in front of the public, and the public had the possibility to vote. It was a surprise for us because we won this night. The people vote for us, and because we won, we went to the final to compete with other 3 groups because they have won in other nights. But for this final, we create another scene in 3 days called Madame Brassiere and her army of bananas. The objects were a bra, many bananas, and a roll of toilet paper. And the story was a group of bananas fighting against of this dictator because he wanted that everyone to be white and square. So she fought with him, and at the end, obviously, she won. And we won, like them, the final. The most of people vote for us, and we received $200 and a beautiful, beautiful trophy. It was made by cardboard, and inside of this small cup, there was a beer for us. It was a beautiful present for us, and we had the opportunity and the chance to win, to go to other tournament directly with our team, with focus on theater for children, puppet theater for children, and we create another scene with a box, with a map, and with a hat. And it was the story about a children that he was sleeping in his room, the box, and he start to play with a monster that it's also the box. And also in his dream, he was fighting with the monster and with a big witch and with a big worm. Sorry. And we didn't win with this story, but we really enjoyed the experience, and I appreciate that experience. It was really amazing for me find this beautiful relation with the objects and work in collective. My role there as a playwright was guide the improvisations, to guide the improvisations, and help to the team organize the ideas and put all in order, not just write a text. We did it, but my role was like a coordinator coordinator of the dramaturgy, and it was an interesting experience for me also. Okay. The third part of this portfolio, you can see there in the web, there is a link called Training Experiences, and with that link I want to talk about my passion for the physical and vocal training for actors, dancers, and performers, because as I told you before, I think the body can narrate, can express, and can create metaphors, and the training sessions with the training sessions it's possible to create this atmosphere. It's possible go in deep and explore, experiment, combine things, combine different language from the body. First the body, and after the relation with the objects, or the relation with the colleagues, with the space, or with videos, for example, also. My first experience was called Theater Anthropology, Training and Creation. It was an experience that I had in Denmark with Odin Theater, and I was trying to find the relation between training and dramaturgy, when the material that in which I have worked just for training, I can't involve in a dramaturgy, trying to create a sense or a story. There in that residency, I create the performance called Metamorphosis, and one of my other experience, like in training, It's a laboratory that I opened in Bogota called Línea Fronteriza, Borderline, and it was about the relation between dance and theater. And I work with actors and dancers, and we create this performance called Culpable using this laboratory. And after we start to explore the relation between objects and body, or on objects and acts or action, and objects and movement, and we create with company this performance for children. And actually it's a puppet performance because we use puppets, and you can see some of the on the web page in the videos and the pictures. This performance, Antonia, it's a parenthesis, I have to say. I had the possibility, I received like a prize from an institution in Colombia, from the culture, and I went to the region far away from the capital, Bogota, and we presented the performance with Afro-Colombian children and indigenous communities. And it was really impressive for us because they never have seen anything about art or theater. It was incredible. Okay, I close the parenthesis. And the last part of these training sessions that I am talking is an experience that I had the last year also, but this experience was in US. I went to Wisconsin, a small town called Spring Green, looking for this small theater church from Stephen Wayson and Corinne Sun, that they were working with the team, the crew, many years, and they opened their first school in Paris in 1985, and after they moved to London, and I don't know, 7 years ago, they are in Spring Green with their school. So I took 1 month with them, exploring the corporal mime technique, and this is also a beautiful experience because with this technique I understood many things about how the body can create. Now, in theater anthropology, the actors work the most. It's with focusing the energy and the presence. But in corporal mime, you use the energy and the presence, but also there is a corporal structure. It's like a body grammar or something like that you can use it to create metaphors and a story and narrate and start your relation with other elements. Okay, it was the third part. Now, to finalize, I will talk about the fourth part and the last. This is the last. I want to share with you 2 texts. The first text is the text of Metamorphosis. The interesting thing about this text is that we create after the performance. We create before the physical score, and after we create the text. And we wrote it in collaboration with Julia and Else Marie Laudvik in Denmark. And the other text, it's called Suite para un hombre muerto, or Suite for a dead man. And this text, it's beautiful for me, and it's I have too much love for this text because it was my first performance when I was 18 years old. But some years ago we decided to write a real text, and this is the text. And now to finalize, it's I want to show you some pictures about my project in Mexico. It's a long-term project, but not it's a performance project. It's a building project. We want to build our theater home in Mexico using sustainable techniques, using recycled elements. No? For example, tires, garbage, bottles, and also elements from the region. It's our project of our life, but we are doing it step by step and little by little. And you can check some pictures there. We want to build this place for work with the people, with communities, and invite artists in performing arts, artists from different parts of the world. Okay, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.